Greetings, folks. I hope you had a good long weekend. Last week was a bit tough, as you could probably tell. So I'm going to try to walk us through what the next few weeks looks like all the way till the end of the unit, and hopefully that'll make things easier on all of us. I'll cover both the expectations for the next couple of days and what to expect thereafter. So looking ahead, our essential question revolves around the idea of community, how it brings people together or tears them apart. At the root, it's a question about how people's beliefs unite and divide different groups. Religion is an incredible unifier. When people believe in the same God, they easily have something in common. They follow the same rules and they don't need to be spoken or agreed on every time they meet someone new. And they quickly have trust. When people disagree about what a specific God wants or says, there's a crisis of faith. And this isn't just wondering whose understanding is right, but deciding who has the power to judge what's right or wrong. The Middle East is the birthplace of all three monotheistic religions. All three claim to believe in the same God, yet all of them have committed violence on one another. Many Jews believe God promised them the Holy Land in exchange for their covenant or agreement. They believe in leading a good life in an effort to create paradise on earth. After losing wars in ancient times, they lost control of Israel, and many Jews are trying to get it back. Christians spread their religion to the Holy Roman Empire, which conquered the Holy Land. They believe that leading a righteous life and fulfilling the biblical prophecies will herald the return of Jesus and fulfill the promise of paradise. Islam similarly believes that living a righteous life will lead to paradise. All three have the goal of goodness and paradise, but each believe their path is the right one. The Middle East today is a political nightmare. After the Holocaust, when the Jews finally made their case that they needed a homeland free from persecution, the British gave them Israel, part of Palestine. In doing so, they effectively evicted hundreds of Muslims and Christians who lived there. Multiple wars have ensued between Israel and the Arab Muslim world, between Israel and what's left of the Palestinians, and between the other Arab countries and one another. It's a battle for who is leading the people to paradise and whether it's right for a country's government to tell the people what to believe and who is right. At the end of the unit, you'll be crafting an essay that looks at the religious roots of the Middle East and how they are affecting people there, both positively and negatively. Your first body paragraph will set the stage by explaining about the three monotheistic religions. Your second body paragraph will explain the modern relationship between the religions in Israel and Palestine. Your third body paragraph will be on a topic of your choosing from the ones we cover, including Saudi Arabia and Yemen, Iran, or the Arab Spring and the fight for democracy. In addition to our final drafted essay written over the course of the unit, we'll be doing a handful of smaller, on-demand essays on each of the monotheistic religions. Today, you have a DBQ packet. DBQ stands for Document-Based Question. This is meant to give you everything you need to write an essay. If you remember the Cote d'Ivoire chocolate essay from the beginning of the year, this is like that. Your job is to read through each source, individually or as a tribe, and answer the questions after each one. I recommend highlighting at least one quote from the document you can use as evidence. On Thursday, two things are going to happen. First, we're going to take the first 10 minutes to a half hour to discuss how to make this class more bearable. We'll be throwing out ideas for an agreement that we'll be signing the following class on how each of us, myself included, should be expected to behave and treat one another. It takes longer than that, so be it, but I suspect we'll be able to do it in that time frame. Afterwards, you'll have the rest of the period to handwrite an essay based on the DBQ packet from today. I recommend you come in with an answer to the question, evidence from each document, and an outline. You can have a thesis prepared if you wish. I expect it to be a multi-paragraph response. You should not come in with the essay already written. Hopefully, this clarifies things and sets you up for success both today, on Thursday, and in the several weeks to come leading into spring break.